Hello guys, what's up? This is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be talking about the Romancing Battle Conquest. This is a special event for the 1.5 anniversary. This is only solo mode. We played Conquest before, but it was always co-op. Now we need to play this on solo, so let's click here and start explaining how this event works. I'll be talking about the strategies and also the stage caps and everything that you can do here. There are plenty of good rewards, so let's click here on details to understand a little better. In this Conquest, you will be able to get 8 different SS equipments. 2 are robes for mages, and other 6 weapons. They are all based on the characters that you see here on the picture, the characters from the newest banner in the game. They are the protagonists of this game. So we have a martial artist weapon, a sword, a spear, a dark staff, a winged staff, and a rapier, along with the 2 robes. Let's talk about something here. In this event, the enemies will be balanced around your strength, and you have to clear nodes just like in a map. And if you are not strong enough, just keep farming. Eventually you get stronger, and the enemies will also get stronger alongside you. And if you are not strong enough, farm a little on the story mode, claim a little more, and the game will just balance it around your strength. And some stages will need to be cleared only once, like the stages on the start. Then you have to clear stages 3 times to finish, and then in the last part you have to clear stages 5 times just to finish this node, okay? We'll talk about this later. There's also 2 different drops to get stuff on the shop. The next one here, we see that there are different enemies and weaknesses depending on the path you choose. There are 4 different continents, and choosing a different continent we will just change the type of enemies you face alongside 2 different bosses. They're based on that weaknesses. We also be getting 2 different drops. Those are the stones that we use for SS weapon upgrades, and they are unlimited. You can get as many as you want, but you don't get the blue stone used for upgrade. You get only on shop and also from other shops in other events or when developers give us as a gift. So we cannot upgrade all equipments right now. We have to choose some, but eventually we'll get more to upgrade them. They are also explaining this on this picture. You can upgrade the weapons 2 times. The first one is not limited. Everyone can upgrade the first time with the green stones only. Okay, and now we are here to see that the enemies will get stronger depending on your strength, and also the rewards will be better as stronger as you are. And here we have also the 8 different bosses. Every different boss will drop 1 SS equipment, and like here we see the first continent will have enemies with 2 slash and these 2 different bosses, and they will drop the weapons. Then when you choose a different continent, the enemies will be weak to something else, this time blunt bosses and normal enemies. And the same applies to the other continents. That's a very good thing, so you can plan ahead. But if you are a veteran, you can just use a single setup with multi-elemental coverage and you clear everything like I did. Okay, so here from the starting point we have the Eastern continent, and then we have here the Northern continent, and then we have the Western continent, and for last, the Southern continent. I suggest you start with the Eastern continent, and this one is the first. As you can see here from the top, the enemies will be weak to slash, and this is also a very good place to start because you eventually reach a stage where the enemies will be instant killable. And we will talk about this in a few. Stage number 20, the stage here. So you can build different setups. This one, the enemies are weak to slash, so maybe using a full slash party is good enough. But I am a veteran, I just made 1 party to clear the whole map, all different continents. So I suggest, if you want to do like that, bring a formation that can use different elements. Like Rainbow Rangers, we can use characters that can do multiple elemental, like the Green Creator, like the Global X and Media. There's also Leon, that's both Slash and Sun. I also have Coppelia, and in the back I have Matriarch. Like I was saying, this is used for all 4 different continents. If you want to build them just for this continent, go with full Slash. Let's run on stage just to see what happens. Stage number 1. Okay, so stage number 1, you can see the enemies, they are humans and some other types that are weak to slash. Sometimes they are weak to other stuff like darkness. Usually humans are also weak to shadow spells. And then, like I was saying, I'm using a multi setup just to win in all stages. If you have the styles, it should be very easy. I always cleared with 2 turns I don't know, maybe sometimes I needed an extra turn, but usually only 2 turns and cleared all continents with that. If you're new players, well, don't do like I'm doing, just focus every single continent. After you clear some nodes, you reach stage number 20. This is the stage that I was talking about. The enemies are all weak to instant kill. And here is where I'll start talking about instant kill strategies, because they are the best ones for farming on this whole event. You have 3 weeks, you have a lot of opportunities to get status up with plenty of characters. So the very first setup here, I'll be using Albert, because many people have him trained because of farming story mode. And he does not work by himself. If you want to use Albert, because it's the only one you have to equip him like a mage. I upgraded Polka's weapon to max, because I also have the newest version of Polka, it's worked for me. And he gets more intelligence, and I also need the Mayor in the back, because he has this passive that decreases enemy will by 20%. It's needed for Albert to work. He's the only one that needs this extra help, or if you are bringing another instant kill character that does not have that much intelligence yet. And with this formation, you can also just bring 2 characters in the front line with high speed, and then they will use their skills, like I was training this hybrid Beth attack, and also training Dora AoE attack, so that they can get some skill ups. With that said, I do believe that this is the best strategy. I mean, instant kill strategies are the best ones here. You should not farm anything else, and if you wanna skill up, do this method, it's the best one. Let's go. So why is this the best method? The enemies here are not so fast. My Albert was always attacking first, and the enemies that I want to train are also attacking first. They don't have much resistance, they would just die. There are other nodes in other continents, but they don't have just enemies that can be instant killed. They will have some resistance as well. So with that said, this works, but we have different and better strategies as well. So besides Albert, we do have other characters that can do instant kill, and they are even better because they are more focused on single targets. One that is free is Diana, because you can find her in platinum tickets, and we got plenty of gold pieces. If you don't have any other option, it's okay to upgrade Diana just for this role, to help out you getting more status. The skill that she uses is called Floral Extravaganza. You have to fully awaken this, and she has a small chance to instant kill, but her intelligence is kinda good. She will work, but you need to max her. Besides Diana, we also have this award, Claudia. She's a very old style, but was used in past Conquest. She will also be able to do this by Assassin's Arrow attack. You have to increase Terry range to 11, and then she will just keep using Assassin's Arrow, killing the 2 targets. The other option is J-Mew. This one is UDX J-Mew, and he's inheriting Floral Extravaganza from his Tower style. If you don't have the UDX J-Mew, you can use the Tower one with this skill. Should also work, but you also need to max. Then the next one is Darky. This guy is the best one for this because he has access to Stinger. This is an 8 BP skill that has medium chance to instant kill, not just small. He also has very high intelligence when you check his style, 75. He has access to Power Charge 3, that's why he can use Stinger 2 times in a row, allowing him to be the best one for this role. If you have Darky, he's the best one. And then there is this version of Monica. You will need to inherit Floral Extravaganza from her other style that was in the first anniversary. I don't have that style, so I cannot show you, but it's another strategy that works because of her very high intelligence, as you can see. Here I will show you my setup for Darky, just place him in the middle of anime string like I was using with Albert, and he's also pretty fast. He will always instant kill, there's 0 chance of failure by using the stage number 20. Okay, with that said, we just talked about all the stages up to stage number 20. Any stage beyond this point, still the same cap, that is 1490s. Now, when you finish the whole continent, you will unlock the last battle. This last battle is a battle against Barthelemy. Barthelemy has a little higher caps, it's 15,000. And if you want to face him, you probably need some very powerful characters to deal damage. Bart is not for everyone, more for people that have maxed characters and everything, because it may take too much time. Bart's weak to only cold and sun, so we did get Liz, that's a very powerful cold nuke. We also got the second version of Joe, that's also a good nuke. So the first strategy uses Amazon Raid X, and I have this Final Emperor. I just changed his cycling to Double Sun Slash, so I have to increase Imperial's worth 14. He's not using a maxed weapon yet, but I do have a maxed weapon for Final Empress. She's using her summer style, and I'm inheriting Quadruple Moon Strike. If you don't have the summer one, you can use the royal one. No worries, it's just that it will take more time. And then I have Leon. Leon will just use Steel Blade Light and then just keep using Silver Sword. That's also some damage here. So many people have access to these characters, and it's kinda easy to use the setup. You should also equip your characters that you are training in the background. So I didn't equip this one just to prove that only these 3 styles are enough. You get close to 100,000 damage with Empress if you're using this combination and this equipment. We got close to 50% damage to Barthelemy. We still haven't seen Leon attacking. With Leon attacking, we did 60% of the damage. Now things will go a little slower because Final Empress will not have access to Quadruple Moon Strike again, unless we're playing on manual. She will have to use this attack, but still very good. And on the next turn you should be killing. Maybe even earlier if you are bringing good trainees here. And you should only be doing this for characters that you plan on using maybe on tower, and you want that little extra help, because in all reality, 1 point or 10 HP will not change too much. Okay, another good setup with strong characters is use Rainbow Rangers, get Joe here on the top. I'm still using the past one because the newest one is not on level 50 yet, so I inherited Checkmate. I'll be training this, it's not maxed, and I have Splash with 3 BP. And I'm using Rock Bouquet Staff because I still have not upgraded Joe's one. I also have Gray with level 50 as well. He has Scattered Petals and also inherited Bone Breaker to keep up after using Scattered Petals. That's a cool nuke, pretty powerful. Actually, he loses power on turn 2 onwards, but still okay. And then I have Genryu. Genryu gets buffed by Joe, and Joe buffs Genryu. I'm training my Hybrid Breath, so I increase it Fire Blast to 15. Okay, so Gray, you do very high damage here, but after the first hit, it won't be so much. But it kind of compensates. Maybe once I get Genryu and Joe maxed, you'll do more damage. As you can see, it's 50%. It's lower than the past strategy. But at least this one still has room to grow. Joe and Genryu will keep doing good damage. Just Gray that will decrease a lot. You can also bring someone in the next position. And in 3 turns, or maybe a little more, maybe 4 if your characters are not that strong, you clear this. The third attack from Genryu is weaker. Yeah, kinda close, but it was not enough. It was not enough. Maybe if the trainees are better. Joe died, but it's not a problem. Barthelemy can hardly hit Genryu. Oh, and my third strategy uses characters that I'll also be bringing to tower. And they are the Halloween version of Princess White Rose. She's not even maxed. I wanna train this Photosphere Shot skill because it debuffs Endurance and Will. Then I have the Lord Fornews in the front, and he's very strong. I also have a maxed Spear. Genryu is the best martial artist to use here, so this formation still has him again. Okay, now against Barthelemy, Genryu will keep doing good damage, but now Fornews will do as well. You can also use Fornews instead of Gray, based on the past strategy. They would do lower damage output. I believe we will need 4 turns. Also, there's a chance that your Fornews will counter, but it's a pretty low chance. Every 2 turns, well, not every 2 turns, the first turn 1 and turn 3, he would use Tidal Lunge, so he may counter, but then after that, every 3 turns, he would just try to counter again. Counter with Maelstrom, very powerful against Barthelemy. And also, Forneus just keeps increasing his own intelligence, so the damage just increases. If you want to train these styles for tower, now is a good time by using this setup here. I guess it would die on the next turn. Maybe. Not yet. Takes more time. But I still have space to bring 2 other styles and they will do more damage. Well, White Rose just died. But with that said, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and can help you with the farming. I didn't explain how to defeat the bosses because it depends on your power level and it's not hard. They didn't increase the difficulty for this conquest. All bosses were pretty easy. I checked it with my Discord, so they didn't thought it was needed to explain how to defeat those bosses. But Barthelemy kinda needs a strategy because you'll be farming. The other bosses are not good for farming, only Barthelemy if you want more caps. Thanks so much for watching, I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye!